Nik Stauskas now rightfully owns one of the best nicknames in the National Basketball Association, Sauce Castillo. Closed captioning sometimes provides some of the greatest things that we've ever seen in broadcast history. Now, I don't use closed captioning. Joaquin, Jeremy, thanks for joining me today on this one. But let's take a look at what happened recently in the Kings game when closed captioning provided Sauce Castillo hit the three because they couldn't figure out Nik Stauskas. Now, Nik Stauskas didn't even understand what was going on when Twitter reacted to all of this. And of course, in today's day of social media, that goes up, and 5 minutes later, we get a plethora of memes and tweets and everything.
They're so good.
Oh, and they really all are fantastic. So let's take a look. Let's start with the first one and move through them. Of course, you can't go anywhere without the one does not simply defend Sauce Castillo. Not a terrible one. Let's keep moving
The best
through.
part about that one is how irrelevant it is if you use the name Nik Stauskas.
Well, it's 1,000% true. Photoshopping Antonio Banderas' head on anything is always fantastic. Antonio Banderas is Sauce Castillo. Very nice job of photoshopping. I like this one mostly because the bottom hand tweet sounds like the anti-hero of Robert Rodriguez or Tarantino film. Fantastic. Moving forward. Even the Sacramento Kings jumped on board this bandwagon immediately as Sauce Castillo spins and wins 2 thumbs up, or 2
A-OK
signs there for against the Phoenix Suns. And we move forward. What do we got? Even Chris Green, the Kings owner. Merchandise? Definitely. Hashtag Sacramento proud. Hashtag Sauce Castillo.
I want to see the Maloof brothers do
dollar
that.
signs.
Hashtag dollar signs.
It's true. I mean, I would definitely buy a Castillo jersey. I think we even have that tweet, if I'm correct. It is one of the next ones. It's not. It's actually Nik Stauskas chiming in.
Yeah, here's his.
Wait, what does Sauce Castillo mean? Since when was that my nickname? Well, now it is, because if most people didn't know who Nik Stauskas was, if you're a casual NBA fan, you might not have known who Nik Stauskas was.
Probably.
Might have.
Almost certainly
And
don't
they
know
and
who
they
Nik
still
Stauskas
don't.
is. Yeah.
But they do know Sauce Castillo.
Yeah.
And that's what's important about nicknames in the NBA. Now, for those who do remember back on Michigan when he made his run with Trey Burke, Glenn Robinson, and Tim Hardaway, he was kind of the forgotten about 4th guy on that team. Again, he stuck around for another year while all those guys got drafted, and he made himself a solid campaign in 2013-2014. But now, for the Kings, he will be remembered for this, and that is very important. In terms of nicknames in the NBA, I know Nerlens Noel is the eraser, but that doesn't get picked up. Where do you rank Sauce Castillo's nickname, Jeremy?
Oh wow! I mean, you have the MVP tier, so to speak, of nicknames.
Right.
You have Swaggy P, and you got the Stifle Tower, which I love, and the Splash Brothers. I think are great.
The Rain Brothers over in Portland, which never caught on.
No, especially because one of them tore his Achilles.
That's true.
Yeah.
There was earlier.
That's
in the
gonna
season.
hurt.
Sorry. Sorry, Blazers fans. Didn't want to throw that one right at you. Yeah, I mean, Sauce Castillo is hilarious. It's top 5, especially because his reaction to it, his like complete lack of understanding of what's going on makes it so much better than if he was just on board, like, oh, it's me, Sauce Castillo. He's utterly confused. I love it. I love the internet. I'm happy.
Joaquin, would you buy Sriracha or would you buy Castillo sauce?
I don't know. As a man who's dressed up as the man from the Tapatio bottle before, I have an affinity. I love Sriracha. I'm born right near where the factory is, but I mean, the way he does it so well, I think the Sauce Castillo has got my vote.
Yeah, Sauce Castillo. I mean, it really is one of the more unique happenings in the NBA. And again, you got to give credit to some of these sites. Deadspin was the one I think that ran it. I could be wrong about that though, because the fact of the matter that people picked up on that so quickly with closed captions, and I don't think I've watched anything with closed captions. I prefer to watch.
Closed captions are kind of like someone who's like a C+ at English narrating a game to you. Like, you get the gist, but a lot of the words are wrong, and some of it doesn't make sense. You got to extrapolate.
I just
So
couldn't.
that's a perfect example of what happens.
Well, here's the thing: if they have problems with Nik Stauskas, I can't imagine what Vucevic and Matajunas come out as on
man.
closed captioning, and now we will be.
There's only
paying
one way to
attention.
find out. Yeah.
It's true. We have to start watching on closed captions.
Everybody turn on your closed captioning. If you don't know how to find it, I don't either.
I think it's the CC button on your remote.
Right.
Oh, that's what that's for.
Right.
Okay.
Or you go to the settings and find it. But I think, I only watch closed captions when it's on at the gym, per se, or something like that. But, really without the Twitter era and age, we wouldn't get this because really it was one person who had it on, who tweeted it, that picture goes viral, and all of a sudden, hot sizzle in the house.
All of a sudden, Sauce Castillo is born. What do you guys think? Leave your thoughts and comments in the comments section below. Thank you
Hot
for-
sizzle.
Hot sizzle. One does simply defend Sauce Castillo, by the way.
Hey,
But
at the very least, he could always have a career as an and one mixtape, something like that.
Hot Sauce
right.
Castillo, yeah.
Well, exactly.
I
no,
like hot
that's what I'm
sauce.
saying.
Hot
Hot
Sauce
sizzle.
Castillo.
He fills right in, natural replacement for hot sauce.
Very,
you go,
very
Nick.
good points from Joaquin, Jeremy, and Jason. As always, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe.